Welcome to Rate the Audits, where we review public encounters, examine legal and accountability issues, and highlight the importance of protecting individual rights. Today's episode features content provided by Auditor Claude. Make sure to check out the link below, subscribe to his channel, and give him the recognition he deserves. In this episode, Claude is filming near the back gate of a police station when two officers approach him with questions. The situation quickly escalates as they ask why he is there, but Claude chooses not to answer. The officers decide to detain him under Section 43, though the justification appears unclear upon review. What follows is a revealing look at the interaction, which ultimately leads Claude to pursue legal action without reaching a settlement.
I'm not too bad.
What are you doing here today?
Pardon?
What are you doing here?
Well, first of all, can you identify yourself properly?
Yeah, I can identify myself. I'm PC Nodes, attached to Wimbledon Police Station.
And your shoulder number?
You can see my shoulder number.
Well, not everyone can read numbers, that's why I'm asking you to
Can't
identify.
read. Okay, it's 3199. See
No worries. And yourself?
My name's PC Brito and my shoulder number is 2463.
Cool, thank you very much.
And what are you doing here today?
I'm doing a bit of filming.
Okay. Any particular reason or?
No, that's it.
No, just want to film back gates of the police station. Are you willing to give us your name or anything like that?
Why would I need to give you my name for?
You don't need to, I'm just asking.
Yeah, no, but why would I need to?
You don't need to.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm asking, would you like to give us your name?
No.
No, you wouldn't?
No.
Okay. Where are you from? You know?
That's irrelevant.
Pardon?
That's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant?
Yep.
What?
Well, why did it matter where I'm from?
It doesn't, I'm just asking.
Okay.
These are just normal questions I'm asking.
Yeah, but if it doesn't matter, then there was no need to ask it.
The encounter begins when the officer immediately asks Claude for his name. At this point, there's no clear suspicion of wrongdoing and no offense under discussion, just a request for personal details that he is not required to provide. Under UK law, unless someone is suspected of specific offences, such as antisocial behaviour under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act, they are not obliged to give their name. Claude refuses, and his decision is legally valid. That should have been the end of the questioning, but the officer continues by asking, "Where are you from?" A question that has no real connection to the situation. When Claude challenges the relevance, she responds by saying these are normal questions. However, they don't align with investigative or evidence-based reasoning, they come across more like general probing. None of this changes the simple fact, filming in public, as Claude was doing, is entirely lawful.
Well, at this moment in time, I'm going to detain you for a purpose of search. I'll be searching today under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act.
Okay, right. Under Section 43, you need to give me the specific part of Section 43. Don't just give me a number, you need to give me the specific part. And also as well, okay, to do with actually having so-called evidence to use Section 43, you need to make sure that you get this done correctly, and you tell me what site, what actual part of Section 43. No, it will be an unlawful search.
You can make a complaint.
It will be an unlawful search.
And if you want to complain
if you feel that way, you can make a complaint afterwards. But this is what we're going to do here and now. If you have an issue with that,
what is your where is your actual proof of hostile reconnaissance?
we've explained to you.
Where is your proof of that?
At this moment in time, mate,
We don't
I haven't even gotten to my grounds just yet.
So what is
As I
your
said,
no? You're calling me a terrorist. You're doing it under the Terrorism Act. Is that or is that not calling me a terrorist? If you were going to search me.
After Claude calmly points out that he has no legal obligation to give his name, the second officer escalates by detaining him under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act 2000. This is one of the most serious stop and search powers in UK law, designed to be used only when there are reasonable grounds to suspect a person is involved in terrorism. Refusing to provide a name alone does not meet that threshold. Claude responds by asking the officer to identify the specific part of Section 43 that justifies the search. The officer is unable to do so. He neither cites the legislation nor explains how Claude's actions could be connected to terrorism. This matters because the law requires officers to state their grounds clearly before a search can proceed. In this case, the exchange highlighted how the power was being used without proper explanation or clear justification.
No, you need to make sure that you actually give me the specific part of Section 43.
The reason being why I'm searching today, sir, is because you've been quite evasive towards us when we come and...
What, because I don't want to give you my name?
Yes.
Okay, am I under any legal obligation to give you my name?
However,
so how is that then?
How is that then? You're not really giving
well, it's a public building, I'm standing in public. Well, hang on. Is that against the law? What I'm doing is it against the law?
To be searched.
Okay, but you're searching me under the Terrorism Act. Okay, so your reasonable suspicion, what is it?
We're going to search you.
Okay, right. Well, we'll go for it. Okay, but it will be. It's completely unlawful.
Well, then you can make a complaint afterwards.
Okay. It's completely unlawful.
Okay,
and abuse of powers.
If you feel like that,
okay,
make a complaint afterwards.
Right, because I would really want to know. Don't worry, yep. And I will carry on recording.
So you're going to be searched.
Okay.
You'll be searched today.
Okay.
As I said, the grounds being for the search is, because you've not really given us an
I don't have to give you my name.
You've been evasive
you've already said that it's because I won't give you my name.
You've also been quite obstructive at the moment in time.
When Claude questioned the officer's actions, one responded by suggesting he should simply file a complaint. Such a reply came across as dismissive rather than accountable and gave the impression that procedure was being set aside. Eventually, the officer admitted that the detention was based on Claude not answering questions about why he was there. However, choosing not to explain oneself while on public land is not unlawful, and the legal threshold for using Section 43 of the Terrorism Act requires reasonable suspicion of terrorism, not just a lack of cooperation. This highlighted how the grounds given fell short of the standard required by law.
So
I'm questioning the law.
That's fine. And also, the reason why we're searching today is because you've literally the only place that we've actually saw you search or film was the actual back door of a police.
Well, that you've seen.
That's fine.
That you've seen,
which is a bit suspicious, and that's why I'm doing it.
No. What you got to remember, that's your own feelings.
That's fine, sir.
That's your own feelings.
Fine, you're still going to
okay, it's not what the law is.
You're being detained, and you will be searched today under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act. All right.
Have you been searched before, sir?
That's irrelevant.
It might be irrelevant.
That's irrelevant. I know, mate, it's a joke. They're searching me because I'm filming. Yeah, I know, mate. Bunch of turds, nothing more.
That's a bit rude.
Well, no, it's not.
We've only been pleasant to you.
No, you're not. You're abusing my legal rights.
I don't think we're abusing.
No, you are. You're abusing your powers. Okay. End of story. You're abusing your powers.
And as we said, if you feel that that's the case, then you can always make.
Don't worry, I will be.
That's fine.
Okay. You couldn't even quote. You could not even quote me the specific part of Section 43. Okay. You could not even quote me the right part.
During the search, Claude pointed out that the officers had not quoted the key part of Section 43, which requires reasonable suspicion that a person is involved in terrorism before a stop and search can take place. His challenge was not about technicalities but about hearing the legal standard stated clearly, since that safeguard is what the power rests on. When one officer replied that it was unnecessary to provide this, it conflicted with legal requirements. Section 43 is a serious power, and both the Terrorism Act 2000 and Code A of PACE make it clear that officers must explain the authority being used as well as the grounds for their suspicion. Failing to do so undermines the safeguards built into the law.
It's the wording is what is the law. Well, you definitely don't know your job, do you? Okay? You definitely well and truly do not know your job, because all what you're doing is you're abusing powers.
You're getting very angry.
Yeah, because I'm getting frustrated because of a turd such as you that think you can search me like this.
That's very rude.
Okay?
We've not actually been rude to you.
Right?
No.
Absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace, the pair of you. Okay? Complete blatant use of powers.
Why are you so against us searching you?
You've abused your power, okay? You said that you got reasonable grounds, okay? As I already stated, okay?
It doesn't.
Now, as I said, now there's that, okay? I would like you to take that, okay? Right, do you know who the MPCC are?
Yes.
Okay, yeah?
I don't think I need that though.
Why not? Why not? Because you're going to find out that... Yes, it is, because you're going to find out from the MPCC, that what you've just done is unlawful. Okay, and it clearly states that. No, it's not. Okay, you talk utter crap.
And I actually,
you talk utter crap. The both of you. Okay, you both took part in the actual. Well, either way, you searched my bag. You're a part of it. Okay, you're a part of it.
Okay,
right? And
Claude attempted to provide the officers with a letter from the National Police Chiefs Council (NPCC), the body that issues national guidance on how laws should be applied in practice. This guidance forms the framework that police forces are expected to follow. The document he tried to share was almost certainly the NPCC's published advice on photography and counter-terrorism powers, which has long made clear that members of the public are entitled to film in public and that terrorism legislation should not be used to restrict lawful photography. In short, the paper in his hand was not just a personal opinion but reflected the official position of UK policing, reinforcing the very point he was making during the encounter.
body worn,
That's
which will be
fine.
uploaded. And once you make that complaint, they'll review the body
as I
worn.
said,
They'll be able to
okay,
review it.
make sure that you upload it properly and don't damage it.
Don't damage it.
Yeah.
They're quite hardcore. I don't think they're that easy to damage.
Well, you two definitely ain't hardcore. Okay.
But even if
you
it-
two are an absolute joke.
Okay, well, even if the camera does get damaged in any way, you can still make the complaint. Any
No worries.
questions? No? Okay.
Any questions? Why would there be any questions for you abusing my rights?
Just being kind. And
For you,
if you have any questions.
seriously, you're going to try and be kind, considering you just abused my rights.
We haven't.
Yes, you have.
Have a lovely
You're an
day.
absolute joker.
Bye.
Bunch of turds, nothing more. Okay? Absolute bunch of turds.
After finally handing Plod his stop and search form, the officers slink back inside, but that wasn't the end of it. In his update, Plod reveals he's been offered a £1,500 settlement to make the case disappear, and he's turned it down. That's huge.
Just a couple of quick updates. So first of all, on these two tyrants here, these two tyrants, I've had an offer of £1,500, but it's been declined, and that's how it'll be because I want them in.
Many people might accept a quick settlement, but Plod chose instead to take the matter to court, where the officer's actions could be examined in full under the law. For him, this is less about compensation and more about accountability, since a court judgment is public and can set an important precedent, whereas a settlement remains private and admits no fault. Past cases involving unlawful stops have sometimes resulted in higher awards, but the real weight here lies in the potential for scrutiny and reform. What this situation highlighted most was a gap in training. Section 43 is one of the most serious stop powers in UK law, yet the officers involved were unable to explain its threshold or cite it properly. Without proper knowledge, such powers risk being misapplied, leading to situations like this one. Throughout the encounter, the reliance on control rather than clear procedure showed how quickly professionalism can erode without adequate guidance. By pursuing the case, Plod has ensured the issue won't simply fade away and, regardless of the outcome in court, the incident has already raised broader questions about training, accountability, and the correct use of police powers.